Good afternoon. This is TV47 News Now. My name is Stanley, Nyarigita, here to update you on what has been happening in the country and beyond. The Ministry of Education has released the 2025 Kenya Junior Secondary Education Assessment results. Education Cabinet Secretary Julius Migos, while releasing the exams, noted that learners and parents can now access the exams through an online portal or SMS. The Ministry of Education says the rollout of the competency-based curriculum is a milestone in the ongoing transformation in the education sector.
Of their choice. Of the 1,130,459 learners who sat the 2025 KJSEA, 578,630 were male, while 551,829 were female, representing 51.19% and 48.81% of the total learners, respectively. The counties that registered the highest number of learners for KJSEA were as follows: Nairobi, 71,022; Kakamega, 59,384; Nakuru, 54,028. 41 counties had a significant entry of more male than female candidates, while Mombasa County is the only county that achieved a gender parity of 50% proportion for male and female learners. The 5 counties of Isiolo, Nairobi, Samburu, Marsabit, and West Pokot had a significant entry of more female than male candidates. Ladies and gentlemen, the majority of the learners who sat for the 2025 KJSEA, that is 642,620 learners, which is 56.84%, were within the appropriate.
Meanwhile, Cape Media, in partnership with the Unclaimed Financial Assets Authority, UFA, today entered the third day of a roadshow in Kericho County. The authority is aiming at reuniting you with what is rightfully yours. The UFA team will be making stopovers in different parts, interacting and educating Kenyans in the area. UFA will also be helping the locals to find and claim the unclaimed financial assets. I'm joined by our very own Collins Kiplagat from that particular region to tell us what is happening. Collins, what is the latest?
Well, thank you so much, Stanley, Nyarigita. Right, of course, as you can see, right now we are in Litein. And of course, as you can see behind me is a team from Cape Media and, of course, from the UFA. They are in a final point right here in Litein. Remember, they began this roadshow all the way from Kericho, Kapsuser, Premier, Waina Road, Roret, and right now they are in a final position right here. All this is just only to sensitize the resident of Kericho County in regards to unclaimed financial assets, financial asset authority. This actually shows, the research actually shows that there are some of the residents in Kericho County and the entire country, those who are suffering, perhaps maybe they have, there is unrecognized or unclaimed deaths, perhaps maybe their loved one, those who have passed on, but they didn't claim their assets. And of course, this team is just actually to create sensitization all the way from different parts of this county, just only to inform them about those assets. And right now, as you can see behind me, is the great team together with the resident of Litein, of course, right here receiving the information, actually being imparted with the information in regards to that particular authority. Right, of course, we are following on it so that we can at least give you the full details for today. Remember, it's a final day today for this roadshow. It began 2 days ago, and this this is actually the final day being here in Kericho County. We have been informed earlier on that the team from Unclaimed Financial Asset Authority will commence their process actually in Kericho town, that is in Uhuru Gardens in Kericho, to begin the process for the resident actually to know whether they have unclaimed assets. That is all what is happening right here in Kericho County, and in particular right here in Litein town. That is all for now. Stanley, Nyarigita. My name is Kiplagat Collins.
Thank you very much, Collins, for that. Meanwhile, Truphena Muthoni has entered the global spotlight after breaking a rather unexpected yet inspiring world record, hugging a tree for an astonishing, get this, 72 hours. The environmental enthusiast from Nyeri clung to the symbolic Mugumo tree in an endurance feat aimed at raising awareness on conservation and the emotional bond between people and nature. Witnesses say Muthoni remained calm and determined throughout, drawing support from local residents and environmental groups. Her record-breaking embrace, is now awaiting official certification. But for many, her message is already clear, that protecting our environment begins with the simplest acts of love. Meanwhile, the High Court has suspended the implementation of the Health Cooperation Framework signed between Kenya and the United States on the 4th of December 2025, citing concerns over the protection of sensitive health data. In the conservatory orders issued by Justice Lawrence Mugambi, the court barred the government from operationalizing or giving effect to any part of the agreement that allows the transfer, sharing, or dissemination of medical, epidemiological, or other sensitive personal health information. The orders were issued in a case filed by Okiya Mtata, who argued that the framework exposes Kenyans' confidential health information to potential misuse and violates constitutional data protection safeguards.
In the very America, about what happened to black people, the Tuskegee syphilis research, where they subjected black people to syphilis trials and stuff like that. What guarantee do we have that we are not opening up Kenya to be a laboratory of guinea pigs for experiments on various things? So that attempt to put this thing out of the law is good. It was not good, and I'm happy that the courts have stood up and injuncted this particular process. And so, in February, we shall go back to slug it out, but principally, health data belongs to the individual, not to the state. And the state cannot commoditize it. It cannot be made into a commodity for trade.
And still on matters law, President William Ruto has today conferred the rank of senior counsel on 54 distinguished advocates during a ceremony at State House. The president praised the honorees for their exemplary service to Kenya's legal profession, calling the recognition both a milestone and a solemn responsibility. He has emphasized that the title carries expectations of integrity, justice, and unwavering commitment to constitutional values. Ruto noted that the appointment reflects Kenya's aspirations for a fair and credible justice system.
Today's conferment of this esteemed rank marks not only personal achievement, but also a national affirmation that the senior counsel's career, who have been conferred with that honor this morning, has met the highest standards of excellence.
The legal foundation of this moment is firmly set out in Section 17 of the Advocates Act, which empowers the President to grant letters of conferment to advocates who have rendered exemplary service, demonstrated professional mastery, and upheld impeccable integrity. You stand here today because you are beyond question, truly meritorious of the distinguished title of senior counsel. This is not only a badge of honor, but it is also a solemn recognition of merit, responsibility, and trust.
To health matters, Nandi County has received state-of-the-art maternity equipment worth over 2 million Kenyan shillings from the Kenya Deposit Insurance Corporation, KDIC, in a move aimed at strengthening healthcare services across the county. KDIC officials say the initiative is part of a broader program to enhance health services nationwide. KDIC officers pledged that essential medical equipment will be able to continue to be distributed, particularly to support mothers requiring critical care during childbirth. Meanwhile, Nandi County Deputy Governor Nyarigita Mitei said that since assuming office, the county hospital has seen a surge in patients from 700 annually to over 1 million, highlighting the growing demand for quality healthcare.
KDIC has come to donate some equipment, and maybe I can just mention there are 2 CTG machines, 3 radiant warmers, 4 patient monitors, 4 manual delivery beds, 2 photography machines, 20 delivery packs, 10 theater gowns and 10 theater drapes. This is just by the beginning of our collaboration with Nandi County. We hope to see more of this, where we'll be able to support as the needs may be identified.
These are equipment that are going to go a long way in ensuring that maternity services are provided in a more quality manner because of the support equipment that are needed in service delivery.
There is an increase in the hospital visits, but today we also are cognizant of the fact that our disease burden for kidney disease is on the rise, and we have quite a number of our patients still getting services outside this county. As we speak right now, KCRH has only 5 machines, dialysis machines, and the desire that we have is that we could have dialysis services devolved so that we have at least 1 center in the
And today marks the climax of the Tourism Week Forum at the Kenyatta International Convention Center, an event that has brought together key players in the tourism sector to discuss Kenya's natural wealth and the future of the industry. President William Ruto joined the forum today, applauding the sector's resilience and its contribution to the economy. The president also announced plans to construct what will become the largest conference hall in East and Central Africa. The hall is set to be built at the Bomas of Kenya and will be complete next year as part of efforts to strengthen Kenya's position as a global hub for meetings, events and tourism.
I can now confirm to you that what KICC has done for us in a few months, what we have always wanted to do, to build a new conference facility in Kenya. Many of our neighbors have gone ahead of us. We've seen what has happened in Rwanda. We've seen what has happened in Uganda and many of our neighbors. But I can now confidently tell you, as the citizens of this great nation, that by April next year, we will have built the largest conference facility in East and Central Africa, right here in the Bomas of Kenya. It is one of the things that I really wanted to do for our nation. Whenever I get a few minutes in the evening, I go there to see. And if you follow what goes on there, it is being built 24 hours. Because I have given a timeline that we must begin to use that facility and begin to make money from that facility from May next year. Yes. Kwani mtafikiri tutafikisha trilioni moja hao?
Meanwhile, leaders, family members and friends gathered today at Ridges Baptist Church in Nairobi for a requiem service of the late Dena Joseph Hamisi, the nominated Member of Parliament who died in a road accident near his home on the 6th of December. Among the leaders present were Deputy Minority Leader of Parliament and Member of Parliament for Kilifi North, Owen Baya. together with the retired General of Kenya Defence Forces, Samson Mwatheve. According to the family has described him as the family's strategist and steadying voice, paying tributes to his role as advisor and a guardian of family unity. The late Honorable Hamisi will be laid to rest on the 13th of December, which is on Saturday, in Mazeras, Kwale County.
You have always reminded us that family is the centerpiece of life. Therefore, unity is the core to our existence. What a brother and an uncle you have been. You've been there for all of us in the family. Whenever challenges have been a storm, you have always known how to turn the storm to a calm wind.
To sports news now, Kenya's senior women's national team, the Harambee Starlets, have closed out 2025 with a significant leap in the latest FIFA women's rankings. The Starlets moved up 7 places from position 140 to 133 globally, the highest ever recorded by the team. The team's rise has been driven largely by their historic qualification for the 2026 Women's Africa Cup of Nations, that is WAFCON. Only the second time Kenya has reached the continental showpiece. The Starlets sealed qualification in dominant fashion, defeating high-ranked the Gambia 3-1 at home before securing a 1-0 victory away to complete a 4-1 aggregate triumph. On the African stage, Kenya sits. That is where we close our 4 p.m. news. That is News Now. My name is Stanley. Nyarigita. More news coming your way at 7 p.m. and at 9 p.m., including a weekly dose of environmental matters. Green Fix. Goodbye.